back to a new vlog. If you guys are new here, my name is Kathy. I am a 4th year 5th grade teacher here in San Diego, California. And it's gonna be a little week in my life as a teacher, as a mom. I like to vlog my weeks. I like to vlog day in the life vlogs. Trying to just showing you guys how I balance teacher life, mom life, all that good stuff. So this week is Valentine's Day week. So it's an exciting, cute little week. I've been wearing a little bit of pink each day just to spice it up a little bit. So let's go over kind of what the week is gonna look like for us. Today is Tuesday. Brandon and I have a tradition where we actually celebrate Valentine's Day the day before, just because one, it's less busy. It's just something we've always done, and we just like going out the day before because honestly, on Valentine's Day, everything is super busy. Made myself a little smoothie. I got these like pre-packaged fruit bags, so inside was like banana, dragon fruit, assortment of things, and then I added 2 scoops of protein powder, kale, oat milk, and Greek yogurt. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I and a few others are on the shared leadership team, which is like really a committee that we have responsibilities for at school. We are hosting a friendship social, so it's kind of like a dance, activities, things like that. So I actually have a sub in my classroom tomorrow, so I can help host that. I went and ordered some stuff for the Valentine's Day social tomorrow. Let's do a quick unboxing together. We're in charge of decorating the dance. I also thought it would be a great idea to do friendship bracelets because it's called a friendship social. And you know the kids are really into bracelet making, and I bought like some stamps, some stickers that the little kids can play with. I think I'm gonna print off a bunch of blank cards from Canva or something that the students can decorate and give to their friends, their family members. It's obviously gonna be dancing. I'm gonna get together some goodie bags for sale. So let's see what we ordered. Got some goodie bags. Plan is to get a giant bag of popcorn, fill this with popcorn, and then some pink and red M&Ms for sale. I think we're gonna sell this for like $1 or $2 maybe. Let's see, what else did I get? Just some Valentine's Day decor. These are like those big lanterns, and then some heart garland. Ooh, I think this is the bracelet stuff. So this is the one I got. There's like a budget that we can have as a committee, so I used that budget for this stuff. I think it came down to like $80, which I think is pretty good for like a whole school-wide dance. Friendship bracelet making is gonna be like one of the biggest stations, so I'm hoping it's not gonna be crazy tomorrow. We're gonna have a few adults like at this station helping out. I was thinking it comes with this string for bracelet making, but I think I'm gonna do pipe cleaners because one, that's so much easier, less messy, less maintenance. Ooh, okay, so this is exciting. It comes with beaded letters, colored beads. These are more of like the warm shades, and then our cooler shades. So cute. I'm so excited for them to see this. I made the cutest flyer on Canva as well. Got that ready to go. Oh, some more cute heart garland. We've got some rolls of Valentine's Day stickers, some stamps, foam stickers. This was kind of what I was saying. I think I'm gonna have the students customize and make DIY cards for their family members or whatever it is. So I think this will be fun and cute. I have yet to make a playlist, so I think I'm gonna just look for a clean Valentine's Day playlist on Spotify. I'm gonna show you guys my sub plans for tomorrow as well. In the morning, the students are gonna do this hidden picture, then also a word search, so that's part of the plan. And then for math, they're gonna do some of these factor pairs, kind of like a small packet that includes factor pairs, some multiplication, love letters, prime and composite numbers, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's gonna be for math. And Wednesdays we have minimum days, so I don't need a ton of stuff prepped, thankfully. And then the last thing they're gonna do for ELA for the day before my students go to their party, packet that's all about Valentine's Day, and then also about President's Day, and then it's a compare and contrast Valentine's Day versus President's Day reading. Here is an outfit of the day. I have on this Free People dupe. This is from Forever 21 a few years ago. I think they still sell this in a bunch of different colors. I love this. It's like one of the best dupes. I think I got it for $30. And then I'm wearing my beloved jumpsuit that I always wear. This one is originally from Wild Fable Target, but I thrifted it, and then I'm wearing some Birkenstocks. Check my Instagram post that I'm posting right here. I just posted a few outfits for this week. So every morning that my students come in, they know to get started on their morning work right away. And it's by day. There's 4 questions each day. And what I've been doing before I leave school the previous day is just getting my warm-up questions ready so that when we come back from specials, it's already ready for me. We can just get straight into going over it, and then my students have a little bit of tech time before they head out to their first recess. So I usually just have students come up. I think it's really important to have students be engaged and a part of their learning. So I like whenever they get to come up, show their work, show their answer. I think that way of doing it just creates an environment where students feel comfortable sharing in front of the class, and even if they get it wrong, it's okay. It's a learning experience. It's a part of the challenge. I think it's easy to, as teachers, do all of the work and be like, okay, let's go over it. I'm gonna show you all the work, but then it doesn't leave room for students who have a different way of showing their work or have a different way of processing the information. And I think it's also really rewarding for students to come up and feel like, they have a part in their work and showing the work to their classmates. So yeah, I definitely try to incorporate lots of my students coming up to the board, sharing their answers, sharing their work, explaining what they did. It just takes a lot of ownership and leadership into their learning. And yes, it does take a little bit more time for them to come up than it would for me. I shared this on Instagram yesterday. About every month or maybe every 2 months, depending on the situation in the classroom, I actually start giving them new assigned seats, and then we actually form as a class, kind of pick our new formation for how our tables look, how our groups look. So what I usually do is I go to Class Dojo, and there is like a little randomizing tool or a group making tool. So I'll find the group making tool, and then it'll literally group students into groups of 4, groups of 3, groups of 2, depending on what you select. Student A, student B, C, D, you guys will be sitting together. Please move your desks so wherever they were sitting before. I'll say, okay, I want your desk looking like this. And then before, like the other day, I actually had all 7 tables together, and then that day I had a conversation with them, and I said, guys, I realize that I don't like the way it sounds in here. I don't like the way our groups are so big. I feel like there's a lot more chatter and distraction, so we're gonna go ahead and split these up. So like during class, once we have some free time, I just kind of let them know. And so then what we did was we just split the 4 here and then just moved this away so that it wasn't such a ginormous table, and so just in smaller groups. The main thing about this is, yes, I could surprise my kids the next day and be like, hey, you have new seats. Like, sorry, you were so chatty yesterday. Now you have new seats. I don't want it to be like a punishment. I want them to know that it's okay to move seats. It's okay to change things up, to get like a fresh start. And they love their new groups every single time. Like, yes, sometimes they don't get along with the person or they don't love where they sit, but I think even for them, once I explain why we do it, they understand, oh, okay, so like it's a fresh start. It's so that we can kind of get a new feel for new people, new environment, new place to sit, things like that. Because once it starts getting really, really chatty in here and students become less focused, I realize, oh, it is time for our classroom transformation, is what we call it. It does take a little bit of time because they're moving their seats and then we have to adjust and things like that. But I love it in the end because, I don't know, like I said, it's just like a fresh start to our day. And yeah, I always do it with my students. I never do it alone because 1, that's more work for me, and 2, I like having my students' input. So sorry, I know I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I just haven't vlogged a whole week in my life, so I want to catch you guys up. We are now working on adding with mixed numbers, which I didn't realize could be a little bit more complicated, which is okay. I think what we're gonna do today we're just gonna spend some time really practicing how to add unlike denominators and make them common denominators, because we've been having just a little bit of confusion on that, and I could move on with the next lesson, but I think I'm gonna have some of these problems and have my students come down to the carpet with their whiteboard and marker and then literally just go over some of the problems together, practice them, and I'm gonna have them probably do the other half on their own to show me that they are understanding how to do this. That's what I like doing when I feel like, I'm moving too fast and my students just need a little bit of time for practice. So I just picked these up off from the printer. I just found this website and I did have to subscribe, but it was free. I was thinking about having students create kind of their own little card. Now, This is obviously 4 different cards in one, but the idea is to cut out this little square and then fold them right in half and then use like any of the stickers. I think I'm gonna have students, if they're wanting to customize it, they can use 2 items like either a foam sticker, a normal sticker, or a stamp to decorate this. And then so we'll have markers out, crayons, scissors, and all that stuff. I've got this one, and they're just tiny mini little cards, which I think will be really cute. And then I have this design as well. It is now lunchtime. It's 11:35. I didn't bring a lunch today because our coworker, who is the 2nd grade teacher, her husband makes tons of food, and sometimes he just makes too much food just because he loves cooking. And so she brought in some tacos for us. Like, he cooks a ton of food. Like, he made chicken, he made steak, carne asada, and she brought in like all the sauces that he made, the dippings, all the condiments for tacos. So we're eating that today. This is the 2nd day since we had so much left over still yesterday. So for math, what we did was this worksheet, which is our fluency and skills. It's just an extra practice sheet that comes with our lessons. So instead of us working out of our workbooks today and just moving on, I wanted my students to get really, really good at finding common denominators. So what we did was we came down to the carpet, their whiteboard and marker, and we practiced a few problems and then how we're gonna set it up. So first off, we listed out the steps and then we practiced them on the board. So I have my students come up and help me do these. And then they show me on the whiteboard at the carpet. We have been working on our Black History Month paper bag books. So these are going to be really nice. My students have been doing lots of research on their person. And then some students are doing slides and some students are filling out the book. So I can show you guys that when it's all finished. All right, y'all, it's the end of the day. All the kids have been dismissed. It is 3:15 on the dot. Just getting my slides ready for the sub tomorrow. I've already prepped my kids that there will be a sub. Usually when I do have a sub, I just make sure that my kids know I'm going to be gone. They know what to expect, and I kind of give them a rundown of what the day is going to look like so they're not totally, completely surprised. This is tomorrow morning's slide. Lunch in your crate, morning work, iReady lessons, read a book if you're done, voice level 1, student shout out, and then we have our friendship social today, Valentine's Day party, and then I love just finding Bitmojis that match the theme for the day or the week or the month. And then the question of the day is, what is one thing that makes you feel loved, since, you know, we're hanging out on the Valentine's friendship theme. I'm at home now. It's time to get ready. Brandon's actually picking up the girls. I'm just gonna do a quick makeup look. Like, I never ever wear eyeshadow. I just keep it simple, and if I do want to wear some type of eyeshadow, I will. If I do want to wear eyeshadow, I just end up putting some bronzer on my eyelids just to give some more definition, but I'm just touching up, putting some concealer back in the spots where I usually put it, eyes, nose. Comment down below, do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, or do you do a Galentine's thing? I know some people don't celebrate Valentine's Day, or some people don't really care to do anything just because it's like just a normal day for some people. We've always just celebrated because that is actually whenever we became boyfriend and girlfriend was on. He asked me to be his girlfriend, you know, back in the day, 2013. Brandon and I met in high school. We worked at Chuck E. Cheese together for a while, so that's kind of how we really got to know each other. And then he asked me out February 13th of 2013, and we've been dating and married ever since. Yeah, that's our little story, and that's why we always have celebrated on this day. So yeah, tell me how you met your husband or your partner or your significant other. I'd love to know. Comment down below if you and your partner are also high school sweethearts. There's something special about that, I think. So to add a little definition to my eyes, I'm just using the Anastasia bronzer. I've had this for years, like, because I don't wear a lot of makeup, I just have things for forever, and I just take my finger, one little dab, and I think I'm gonna add some bronzer to my cheeks. I'm being lazy and just using one brush, so whatever. A little on my nose. Okay. I will put this Kosa's lip tint, I think, wet lip oil on before I leave. But I got this in the Sephora birthday gift bag. I'm gonna put on some mascara. This one isn't my favorite. I actually like the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I think it's a lot better, but this will do. I'm also gonna put some waves in my hair. The hair is curled. I just use my bed head, like 1-inch curler wand. I don't like the ones where you have to like twist it just because I am just prone to burning my hand that way. So I like that. And then sometimes I like to straighten out the ends. It gives, like, if you ever go to a hairstylist, they have the ends left out kind of like this almost, because it gives a more like loose, beachy, like messy look instead of like tight curls, perfect curls. I don't like perfect hair, if you haven't noticed. I'll show you guys my dress before I leave, and then I'm probably gonna leave my camera at home so that we can just be like having fun in the moment, and then I will post some pictures in the morning whenever I see you guys again. I don't know if this is the vibe just because it's still wintry months. It's very like loose. It has like a deep V, so I don't know. I'll obviously have to like wear a jacket over it, but either this or this is just like a blue bodycon, has a little cutout right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the vibe is. Let me know. I'm obviously gonna decide before this is posted, but good afternoon, you all. I had such a crazy morning. It's now 11:50. It's my lunchtime, but I legit just need to sit down and decompress because we just did our Valentine's Day social, our friendship social. So it was really fun. We got some good music going. At first, in the beginning, it was just a little bit of a mess. Like I had the tattoos out. I had stickers and Valentine's Day cards for students to decorate. And then I did the bracelet making thing. That was pretty good. Towards like the upper grades, I could handle that a lot better than the little ones. But anyways, overall, pretty successful for a school like celebration kind of thing. I had such a stressful morning because I get to school and then nothing is decorated yet. And then I needed to get a sub in here. So that happened. And then I forgot to bring like Ollie's little lunch bag where I have all of her formula, all of her food, bottles, all that good stuff. I forgot it. And so I had to leave the social, go home, get Ollie's bag, go to daycare, and then go back to school. So that was like, that was a bit much. So looks like a lot of my students brought in some things for their classmates, which is really nice, since we're doing a little Valentine's Day party in here afterwards. Here is what we made. So we made Valentine's Day bags. I don't usually do anything extravagant. Like they don't make boxes. They just use construction paper, markers, paint, anything that I have just to make their Valentine's Day bags. Today is a teacher-directed PD. Thank goodness it is a teacher-directed PD. I'm probably just gonna catch up on the week, gather myself up. I got some rice here. What else did I bring? Okay, so I brought this white bean chicken chili from Trader Joe's. I think it's probably really good. It's white beans, corn, poblano peppers, and white chicken. I think I'm gonna eat this whenever I come back from lunch because I just want to like sit. I had some time to decompress. Definitely still recovering from today and all of the chaos, but very much expected from today. The last, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, I've been planning for tomorrow. Usually I'm a day-by-day planner. I usually don't like to plan too much in advance because it always changes, but I kind of have an idea of how things work and the patterns that I usually follow. So for me, it's not like I'm coming up with something new each day. You know, we follow our math book routine, and then we follow our ELA curriculum. Some days it might be a 2-day lesson, some days it's a 1-day lesson, some days I have to supplement some things. It's a pattern with how things go. Usually in math, it's like learning a concept, applying it, and then refining it. Lots of warm-ups together, lots of math talks. So I've just been on Planbook, and I know some of you guys ask me sometimes what online planner I use. Our school at one point required us to use Planbook. They don't anymore, but I still use it just because it's nice to pull up on my computer. And out for tomorrow, and then I planned out for next Tuesday. Our school actually has like a 4-day weekend, so we're off Friday this weekend, and then next Monday for President's Day, which is really nice. Brandon and I are actually going up to Lake Tahoe, which is gonna be fun. Our friends are all meeting us up there, and we were gonna do some skiing. I don't know if we'll have time for that, but it's gonna be fun, a little mom and dad getaway with our friends. My brother's in town, if I didn't mention that before. So he's watching the girls this weekend. He is our lifesaver. The girls love him, and it's awesome that he wants to stay with the girls the whole weekend. Some of my coworkers decided to come to the gym with me on the weekly, on the daily. I go about 3 to 4 times a week, so they started joining me and they just kind of follow my gym split. We've done legs together, we did back and biceps. Today we're doing triceps, shoulders, and chest. Oh, I made the cutest little bracelet. During our bracelet making session, I had a little bit of time and I just made myself a little bracelet that says Nini and Ollie. Here's a little rundown of what my plan book looks like. I don't go too into detail. I kind of just give myself some notes because I already look over what the students are working on. I kind of already know my routines and procedures already, so I don't write a ton of stuff. I know some people really love like step-by-step things whenever they're planning. For tomorrow, I wanted my warm-up to be a little bit more specific, so I did add a little bit more to it just because we are reviewing a quiz. This is pretty much how my plan book usually looks. Some days it's more filled out, some days it's just sparse, so all depends on the week and the day. Guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. Feels like a Friday because it really is my Friday. I just went to the printer. It's now my plan time. I was just rushing in this morning, so I didn't get to check in with you guys this morning, but it just printed off our lesson 12 quiz. We are now adding fractions, finding common denominators. I always look over our quiz and then see if I can edit anything. I know on iReady you can go in and you can edit like student names, you can edit numbers. So usually whenever we are taking a quiz, we'll go in and edit and print off like an editable quiz, just same questions, different numbers, so that students are prepared and have an idea of what the quiz will look like. Some weeks we don't do that if the students feel really confident in the quiz and we don't need to go in and make a practice quiz, but it's always an option. This morning I went and made this protein dark chocolate muffin, and it's all wrapped up in this because it exploded in the microwave a little bit, so this is definitely not what it's supposed to look like. I have mentioned this before, but I usually have Fun Friday every Friday. In previous years, I used to have students work for their Fun Friday, more specifically, meaning like they would have to win in teachers versus students for that week. I usually would have them vote each Monday before Fun Friday happens on what they wanted to do for their Fun Friday, which is like the afternoon. Yeah, which is usually like the afternoon portion of our day. And in previous years, like in 4th grade, students would vote on like a pajama day, or they would vote on tech day or game day, or bring snacks in, bring their plushies in, things like that. Maybe now that I'm teaching 5th grade, my students don't care much about that anymore, so they would rather just kind of like zone out, chill out, music, coloring, playing games, watching YouTube videos, things like that. So they're more like doing their own thing. It's kind of like a free choice instead, and it's kind of, they just know that time is for them to relax, hang out with their friends, and not have to worry about doing anything really. I think I'm gonna go grab some coffee now that I made all my copies and everything. It's time to go get some coffee to spruce up our day. All right, guys, end of the day vibes, 4-day weekend vibes. I'm gonna go pick up Brandon. We're gonna go pick up the girls and then head to our basketball game for school. So that is all I'm gonna vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.